Hey there, good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this channel. And I can feel my throat getting dry already. So we're going to do something I haven't done for a bit, which is a recent album review. So what is a recent album? So anything for me, this is just my own personal stuff. You may view this as a classic, or you may view this as a new album. It's totally up to you. So for my look back at a classic rock album, it has to be at least 15 years old and has to be at least a 2.5 higher to get ranked on that show. For this one, the ranking part is kind of the same. It has to be at least a 2.5 to get up there, but it can't be longer than 15 years. This particular album by Deep Purple is the album we're doing today, Infinite. This album came out April the 7th, 2017, so that means it's less than 10 years old. So it gets into this category instead. So I'm just explaining that to some people maybe who are newer to my channel or who maybe haven't seen this before. This is what I'm doing. So this particular album doesn't fall into a look back at a classic because it's not old enough in my opinion. So that's why we're doing it this way. So this was released, like I said, April the 7th, 2017. Recorded at the Anarchy Studios and the Tracking Room Studios in Nashville. You also have it at the X Level Studios. Sorry, I bring this up. I got it too far over. X Level Studios in Stockholm. Nobel Street Studios in Toronto. You've got the Doran Plaskow Studios in Tel Aviv. And then the Headline Studios in Harriston, UK. It's 45 minutes in length, so just a little bit over my wheelhouse sound. I like it between 35 and 45. This is just slightly over that. It's on the Ear Music record label and produced by Bob Ezrin. Appearing on here is Ian Gillan on lead and backing vocals. You got Steve Morris on all guitars. You got Roger Glover on bass. You got Ian Pace on drums. And Don Airy on the keyboards. In addition to that, you've got Bob Ezrin, who also plays a little bit of keyboards, backing vocals, and some percussion here as well. And then Tommy Denander playing some additional guitars on track number 8. So there are a total of, I believe, 10 tracks. Yep, 10 tracks in all. It's a really strong album to me. I think it's one of their late seasons that are really good, although they've had 4 or 5 really good albums in the last 10 years. This is just one of them. I like this a lot. It's currently my favorite album. Playing in my playlist, and my voice is getting cracky again. It's been in my playlist probably close to a little over 5 months. And I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it on the look back because it doesn't belong there. So there are a total of, like I said, 10 tracks in all. The album has got its heavy elements to it. Hard rock album, in my opinion. Does have some kind of proggy moments at times throughout the album, especially with the narrative voice parts. You've got some, I wouldn't call there to be any metal. It's not really as bluesy as some Deep Purple, and part of the reason I like Deep Purple a lot is they're not as bluesy as some other rock bands. They fall more into the hard rock category, which I like. A lot of people like to kind of compare them to Led Zeppelin. I prefer to compare them more to Uriah Heep. I think there's a lot more in common with that band than Led Zeppelin. So the opening track is Time for Bedlam. It's a really good track. One of the best on the album, I think. Nice symphonic vocal part at the beginning, or if you want a narrative. Really good song. Opening part, it's nice, catchy, heavy rhythm, or riff, I should say. It's a very catchy track, quite heavy actually. Vocals are clear, kind of nasally, catchy, very Ian Gillan sounding without the screaming part because he doesn't do that as much as he used to. Keyboard parts are adds that heavy kind of keyboard part to it, and then you got the purple in the, with that sounds that you get with them, the two with the guitar and that put together, very, very keyboard, very purple sounding. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my words today for some reason. Yeah, nice, excellent keyboard solo and guitar solo towards the back half of the song. This is one of their better tracks on the album. I think the dry mouth is causing me a little bit of a distraction here. Next up is Hip Boots, second track. This one's a little under 3.5 minutes in length. Catchy vocal part, clear, mid-range, strong, very forward here. Heavy guitar and keyboard sounds and riffs. The solo is very heavy, forward, melodic, a little bit on the bitey side too. I like this track. Next up is All I Got Is You, low end percussion start with a melodic guitar solo to kind of open this, and then you got some keyboard parts that kind of drive and speed the track along. You got vocals which are clear, a little bit more of that nasally sound, mid-range, strong. Some spacey-like keyboard parts too as they go along here, with a classic melodic guitar solo in this particular track. Next track's up, we go to One Night in Vegas. I like this track too. I don't love it. I think it's a solid track. Nice heavy keyboard, guitar part, and bass at the beginning. The vocals deeper, a little bit more bitey, but a nice catchy sound here. Some more heavier riffs here. Keyboard dominant sounds with some piano thrown in here on this track. Heavy keyboard piano sound towards the back half of the track. So pretty strong. Next is Get Me Out of Here. I think the vocal parts are the dominant part of this. Got some heavy drum rhythm and heavy melodic keyboard and guitar sounds at the opening. But the vocals are clear, deep, and forward. I think the deeper part really is attractive here for this particular song. And then your nice heavy keyboard solo part as well. Next track, just under 6 minutes, one of the longer tracks, The Surprising. Maybe the best track on the album. It's my favorite track on the album. I think it's the best, but that's just my own opinion. Nice synthesizer opening with some melodic, low-ebb guitars opening parts. The vocals are clear, melodic, mid-range, emotionally charged. Really emotionally charged track. Some slow melodic piano parts throughout this as well. The keyboards kind of take off, and then a heavy drum part and guitar solo bit towards the back half of the song. Really catchy track though. Johnny's Band is next. It's got a kind of a slow melodic keyboard synthesizer opening. Then you get this nice heavy guitar riff with some heavy keyboard parts thrown in there. You got the vocals clear, typical nasally Gillan sound to them, and a very heavy, beefy guitar solo. This is one of the better tracks on the album as well, and it only gets doesn't get any better than the last couple of tracks here. The Surprising and this one, two of the best tracks. On Top of the World is the next track. Heavy guitar, melodic with some keyboard and background in the background. The vocals have a little bit of an attitude, clear, nasally, low end. Some distinct, distorted kind of heavy guitar parts here, sorry. And then you got some organ full sound and narrated vocal part at the end, is which is quite good. Birds of Prey is the next track, jumps up a little bit. This one's just under 6 minutes as well. Kind of melodic guitar sound with some synthesizers. The vocals are symphonic. He's kind of singing with them. Either he's singing with the vocal synthesizers beside him or he's singing through them. Not quite sure which one it is, but it's got a little bit of a nasally feel as well. Melodic, heavy guitar and some keyboard solos here going on. So the final track on here is a cover done. I did this on one of my videos recently as well, who did it better. They are covering a Doors cover here. This is Roadhouse Blues, 6 minutes on the nose. Heavy melodic drum opening, nice vocals, are busy and catchy, husky sound, harmonic and piano dominate this track, as you might expect. It's kind of a bluesy track, but they're doing it in their own style, a little bit heavier than you would get from the Doors. But I like both versions. I like their version great, and I like it more as the album goes along. So that's my take on Infinite from Deep Purple, an album released about 9 years ago by them. Really good. Currently, like I said, my favorite album in my playlist, and so I wanted to get it in here, and I've gotten it in here. I hope you enjoy this video. Please make any comments about Deep Purple or the album in the comment section below. If you want to add any info on that, you can do that as well. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you tonight when we do another episode of What's New. Take care, have yourself a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.